Today is my last day in the quarantine. It is October 10th, and tomorrow I get out of the hotel. I chose to stay at the Lohas Residences, which I was very happy with. This is my view, and this is Bangkok. And this window has got to be the largest window I've ever seen in a hotel. Really big bed. I really didn't need all that for just me. And then I did all my work here. I was able to set up my laptop with the TV, so I have 2 monitors, which is really critical. And then there's the bathroom. Interesting that they put the light switches outside of the bathroom. So in Thailand, the toilets are actually quite complicated with a lot of different knobs and things.
What's all this? Looks like Darth Vader's bathroom.
Different options. This here is not for washing your dishes. Something I really liked was there's just so much space, so many different places to store things. And air conditioning, which I haven't really used very much because they keep the building so cool. Then I have a full kitchen, and the kitchen comes equipped with a microwave and refrigerator and a water boiling pot and a toaster oven. I've been washing my own dishes sometimes, and there is a clothes washer which came in very handy. Something that I did that worked out quite well was I had already exchanged for some Thai currency before I even got to Thailand. And that was actually quite critical because once I got off the airplane, I was immediately taken through the quarantine process directly into a van and directly driven to my hotel room. So there was no time or opportunity to go get a SIM card for the cell phone. No time to exchange currency, and the food here is so healthy that my body was really craving salt and sugar after about 4 days, and I wanted to make some purchases from the minibar. And what you do is you text what you want to the hotel staff, and they bring it up to your room. But the thing is, you have to pay them in cash at your door. And most people wouldn't have cash with them, so I just that was a very fortunate thing for me. So this is my Thai green tea with honey and lemon, which is really delicious, and some Kit Kat bars. And there's my Thai currency. I've been learning how to count it. This is, I believe, 10 baht, and this is 5 baht, and that's a 100 baht note. So 100 baht would be right around $3 US. Being in quarantine, all of your garbage is considered hazardous waste, so you get these very special Biohazard red bags, and you're supposed to bag this up and put this in front of your door every night, and they collect it. Food service has been amazing, excellent, wonderful, delicious. The food is brought to your door at 8 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m., and they ring a doorbell and they run away. And then you just take your food from the front doorstep. So something that I was really concerned about before I got to Thailand was how the electrical outlets work. And I did a bunch of research, and it was really difficult to find an actual answer. So I thought I'd provide that to you now, because it kind of matters. So this is what their electrical outlets look like. And it's interesting that they're sideways, but I think that makes more sense because when you have the cord hanging, you can do like that, as opposed to in the US when they're vertical. So this is what a typical Thailand plug looks like. And it has an interesting safety feature here where the plugs are not conductive right here at the base. And that is a safety feature because if you were to have a plug not quite all the way in, if it was energized and something fell in there or you touched it, you would get a shock. And then so plugging these in is not easy. I don't know. They're very, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong here. But this one goes right in. So, interesting. So the question is, can you use your standard United States plugs here? And the answer is most of the time. What you want to do, most of your devices will have some lettering on there, and it will say the input voltage between 110, 120, and 240, 250. It's interesting how electricity is just kind of a roundabout thing. There's not an actual precise number. But if you're in the 100 range, you're in the US, and if you're in the 200 range, you're usually outside the US. And if your adapter can handle over 200 volts, then you can just plug it in. But it's not like it actually is meant to be plugged in here. It works, but it just kind of feels wrong and doesn't quite go in all the way all the time. But I've been charging my laptop, my phone, all my devices just fine using that method. Something I've really liked about staying at the Lohas residences is how amazingly clean everything is. This floor is just so much fun to slide around in my socks. When I checked in, I was given this document that tells me when I can check out, how long the quarantine is going to last, and then it gave me instructions to take my temperature twice a day, specifically at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. And they have this handy instructional on how to take your temperature under your arm. And then what you do is you send that to as a text message to the nurse, and that way they don't have to get exposed to you. I was also given a menu of items for my food, and so I had 3 choices for Monday breakfast, 3 choices for Tuesday breakfast, and so on and so forth. And then I had 3 choices for Monday lunch, 3 choices for Tuesday lunch, and so on, and 3 choices for dinner, and 3 choices for each day. And then I just filled out a form, sent that off. Also, you get a free pizza during your stay. I have just finished my spicy Thai curry, and now it's time for dessert. I didn't know what this was, so I had to send a picture to my Thai friends and ask them. They assured me it is a dessert. It looks like Jello, like it doesn't move. And those are obviously corn, and it looks like ham bits. So this over here I've gotten quite used to. This is sweetened coconut milk. So that's really delicious, but I'm not sure what this is going to be like. But there's only one way to find out. This is going to sound funny, but it tastes clear. It tastes like gooey water. I'm wondering if that's just gelatin, which would be like Jello. I wonder if this is made from rice and not gelatin. All right, now I'm going to try the ham bits. Okay. That's not ham bits. I think it's that toro. It's a root vegetable that they have. Well, now I know what this is for, because this is not very sweet. Now that's going to make it delicious. Yep. Pretty good. I'm in Bangkok now. What is the process that I need to follow to be able to extend the visa past 90 days? Okay, so how does that work if I'm in country currently on a visa for 90 days and I've been in quarantine for a week? How do I get 3 months worth of employment history for employees? And to get a business bank account, I'll just need the business paperwork.
Okay, more than that.
หมดแล้ว
Hello.
ขอบคุณครับ
Okay, finish. Thank you.
Thank you.
you want to relax
So I can see why someone who is on a vacation wouldn't want to spend the first moments, whether it's 14 days or 7 days in quarantine, because typically your vacation is only 2 weeks long and then you go home. So I get that. But for me, this has been a nice gradual transition into life in a completely different country. The food has been brought to me. A lot of the things have been handled. And being a business owner, I have been busy running my business. As long as I have an internet connection and a laptop, I'm usually pretty good. And I have not turned on the TV once. So I'm just busy. I'm just running my business, doing things, researching, making videos, and planning what I'm doing next. So for me, it's been a good landing, nice soft landing so that I can get things done. But tomorrow, I'm out. And that's when the real adventure begins. I will be heading to another hotel in Bangkok for a few days. And stick with me for that adventure because that's when I really have to start figuring things out here in Bangkok, Thailand.